Scramble! All hands on deck! Emergency drill! Scramble!
Rimmer may be somewhat kinda in charge, but that doesn't mean that they'll do everything he says.
It's a drill. We're pretending Starbug's on fire and under attack.
And I'm pretending to scramble, man. Good night.
You think I'm a petty-minded, bureaucratic nincompoop who delights in enforcing pernickety regulations because he gets some sort of perverse pleasure out of it. And in many ways, you're absolutely damn right.
Well, at least he's honest.
Every major battle in history has been won by the side with the shortest haircuts. Why did the US cavalry beat the Indian nation? Short back and sides versus girly hippie locks.
Hey, for what it's worth, military men always have short hair. I'm sure there's a reason for it.
Vietnam, crew cuts both sides, no score draw.
Anyway, Kat smells something approaching, but it's not coming up on the scanner, so Rimmer suggests a Space Corps directive.
But sir, surely that's impossible without at least one live chicken and a rabbi. But I'm absolutely bewildered as to how sacrificing poultry might clear up the screen problem.
We never find out which one Rimmer was trying to quote this time. In any case, a nearby vessel uncloaks too close to Starbug and causes some damage.
What's he thinking of, warping that close to another vessel? Damned space hog! A computer-controlled enforcement probe. It's scanning us now.
Anyway, they're being charged with looting derelict ships.
We don't loot Space Corps derelicts. We just hack our way in and swipe what we need.
Let's face it, sir, we're as guilty as the man behind the grassy knoll.
That's pretty funny considering an episode that's coming up in Season 7. The nearest place they can go to is Gelf territory.
They skin human beings alive and turn them into beanbags. Unless you want a triple-buttocked Gelf sitting on your face for the rest of eternity, I suggest you rethink.
Because that's the worst part of that situation.
We've lost it. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong panel.
Not so fun fact, that explosion effect was a little more powerful than the creators expected, and the actors got hurt a little.
A welt came up under my eye, and we were in the middle of filming. Luckily, it was just a little bit of a swelling. It wasn't serious.
I felt one lump, then someone else went, bloody hell, they were kind of ripping tons of bits of cork, so it had buried itself in the foam.
For once, Robert Llewellyn was lucky to have the Crichton makeup on.
Look at the size of that thing. It must be a mile across.
A Gelf icon carved out of the solid rock is some kind of warning beacon.
Anyway, they fly close to this stone skull, which the ship blows up. Not totally sure why they did that, but I'm guessing it's so that they'll be less noticeable among the debris.
There's no way to put it out. As soon as it hits the fuel tanks, we'll blow.
They crash land on the Gelf moon, but manage to land in water, which softens the landing a bit and puts the fires out. While assessing the damage...
At least Mr. Lister's guitar survived intact. Not even Mr. Lister's guitar survived intact.
That's pretty great, but the outtake is even funnier.
At least Mr. Guitar... Mr. Guitar. You see, for me, everything's Mr. Mr. Microphone. Mr. Rather Sad Knob.
Anyway, Starbug is heavily damaged and they need resources.
Auto repair can take care of everything apart from the oxygeneration unit, which is totally kaputski.
So their only chance is to try to trade with the Gelfs. So it turns out that Crichton is familiar with this type of Gelf.
They are one of the friendlier Kintatech, or tribes. It is a great chano, or honor, to be greeted in this manner. We are indeed chanchaset, or blessed.
And Crichton, you are indeed a kachumbabo, or smart aleck metal git.
Crichton was starting to sound a bit arrogant. So Lister gives this Gelf a bunch of random stuff in hopes of getting a part needed for Starbug in return.
Cool dude. What is that thing?
It's an Emohawk, sir.
So one of the Gelfs has a pet that is basically a more harmless version of a Polymorph, which you probably remember was the shape-shifting xenomorph-looking creature from Season 3.
Like all polymorphs, it has the ability to steal emotions from living creatures.
Putting its name in the title was a bit of a spoiler, really.
Oh dear.
So the Gelfs have the part they need, but are expecting them to trade something else for it. Unfortunately, that something else is Lister.
He says in exchange for the oxygeneration unit, he wants you to be his daughter's mate.
Come on, Lister, you've dated worse.
Only due to very poor disco lighting.
Obviously, Lister isn't too hot on this idea.
There's no way I'm going down to Mossbros for anyone who is less attractive than my own armpit.
You're not going to hang all of us out to dry just because for some reason she doesn't hit your G-spot.
Sir, they are proud people and they will not change their mind unless you are prepared to stay here and marry.
That's a name.
However, Kat, of all people, comes up with a compromise of sorts.
We do the trade, you go through with the wedding, when everybody's asleep, we come back and rescue you. What do you say?
Hey, don't be strangers, guys. See you soon. Drop in anytime. Anytime.
Here's an actual fun fact. Lister's bride was played by this guy.
There were no tongues, which is a shame because I think she would have liked that.
I don't know who he is, but he's adorable.
I think he liked me, you know.
Also, apparently Robert Llewellyn ad-libbed this amazing handshake. But once again, Lister isn't having any of that.
Change your plan! Like it!
God, I hate seeing no one hyphenated. It's not technically bad grammar, but it just looks wrong to me. Ugh. Anyway. So of course the Emohawk is sent after the crew.
Where'd it go? Must have transmuted into something else.
It's a stick! No, it's not. Oh my God, I'm so jumpy.
It disguises itself as a stick.
Where is it now?
And then Lister's hat. And then sneaks onto Starbug.
Crisis, I'm on my way, sir.
While Kriters and Lister are installing the OG unit, Cat is still smelling the Emohawk but figures he just needs to wash his hands. And he finds the Emohawk the hard way. So the Emohawk devours Cat's coolness and style, didn't know those were emotions, which just leaves...
It turned me into Dwayne Dibley, the Duke of Dork.
Rimmer picks up a gun, but Cat doesn't recognize it.
The Emohawks, they're gone.
Yeah, paranoia fuel is in full effect here.
I hope you're right, because if you're not, we just flushed away our only gun.
The cat was right, we had brought the Emohawk on board. But lucky for you guys, old Iron Butt was around to sort it out.
With how smug Rimmer is being, you know he's gonna be next.
It's removing my bitterness, taking my negativity, slurping out all my snidiness.
So Dwayne Dibley and Ace Rimmer.
Looks like we both bought a bite from the little blighter.
The fan service is also in full effect. By the way, this is just one of those episodes where the behind-the-scenes stuff is really fun. Craig Charles said that they had to reshoot the shot where Ace is first revealed because the audience went a little too nuts the first time.
It's like one of those American sitcoms, you know, where you enter the set and a round of applause for 5 minutes and you've got to stand there like that before you say your line.
I didn't realize that was specifically an American thing. Now that he mentions it, it is definitely a thing, though. And it didn't start with Seinfeld, either. Good times.
What a guy.
So anyway...
Just gotta change these clothes. If I don't get into some sideways iron flares and transparent plastic sandals, I swear I'll go crazy.
Actually, that's similar to what Kat said at the end of Polymorph.
If I don't get into some coordinated evening wear, I'm gonna have to resign my post as most handsome guy in the ship.
Do what you have to, old chum. I'll go tell them we're having a party.
Anyway, Ace is planning on opening the airlock to suck everything out and sacrificing himself and Kat so that Lister and Crichton will be okay.
But you're the last human being alive, old love. And frankly, you're just far too damn valuable to risk.
You realize Kat is probably the last of his kind too, right?
He won't suffer, Kriters. I'll snap his neck when he's not looking. Fellas, smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.
What a guy.
Ready, old chum?
Just let me check.
Dwayne Dibley clearly has no idea what's going on.
And one triple thick condom. You never know.
I think you'll find it a little more comfortable if you stand in front of me.
Yeah, this is kind of disturbing. I'd like to think the real Ace wouldn't do this.
Just relax, old chum. I'm sending you on ahead.
Fortunately, Lister and Crichton make it just in time. So now they're all going after the Emohawk, and Lister has a way to freeze it.
It's the barrel! Sorry, false alarm. The chain, it's moving! Sorry.
Really, the paranoia is their worst enemy right now.
It's essential at this time that we...
It's the wall!
Got my thermos.
But Dwayne Dibley finds it.
I got it. Turned into a grenade. But I got it.
Smoke me a kipper, I'll be...
What a guy. Rimmer would like to remain the way he is for a little longer.
And you, Cat, would you like to stay as Dwayne?
Suck my thermos.
Cat, not so much.
You never know when the next clutchy thing's going.
And so ends Emohawk, Polymorph 2. Let's not kid ourselves, this episode is total fan service. That's not a bad thing, though. I'm actually kind of impressed that they managed to bring back Dwayne Dibley, Ace Rimmer, and the Polymorph all in the same episode. And it's just really fun. Besides, we were introduced to the Kinatawawi Gelfs, who are interesting. Also, they have not forgotten what Lister did, and they will return. And I guess that's about all I have to say about this one. It works great as a comedy, but isn't exactly multi-layered or anything, so there isn't that much to talk about. Not to mention that Gunmen of the Apocalypse is a tough act to follow, but it's generally a good, solid episode. Next up is Rimmer World, which is just about as fucked up as it sounds. See you then.
Would it harm you to have hair like mine?
I have got hair like yours, just not on my head.